From Washington, this is VOA News. Indonesia says the missing plane tail section has been located, and Shell is to pay $83 million in a settlement for Nigerian oil spills. I'm Francis Alonzo reporting from Washington. Indonesian search and rescue teams say they have found the tail section of the AirAsia Flight 8501, which crashed in the Java Sea on December 28th.
Sebelum saya sampaikan penemuan objek.
The head of Indonesia's National Search and Rescue Agency told reporters Wednesday that the tail section, which contains the so-called black box voice and flight data recorders, was found after officials announced an expansion of the search area on Tuesday. The voice and data recorders are expected to help officials determine the cause of the crash. The flight had 162 people on board when it crashed off the coast of Borneo. Oil giant Royal Dutch Shell has agreed to pay more than $83 million in a settlement with thousands of people in a fishing community in southern Nigeria for 2 oil spills. Shell agreed Wednesday to pay about $3,200 each to more than 15,000 people, along with another $30 million to the community of Bodo in the oil-rich Niger Delta region. The settlement is for what the company described as 2 highly regrettable oil spills in the area in 2008. United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has issued a notification saying the Palestinians will join the International Criminal Court on April 1st. The notice, dated Tuesday, is posted on the UN's Treaty Database website. Among a number of other accepted agreements, the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas signed last week. The move will allow the Palestinians to seek war crimes charges against Israel. This is VOA News. Security officials say a car bomb has exploded outside a police academy in Yemen's capital, killing at least 30 people and wounding 40 others. The blast Wednesday in Sana'a happened as people were gathered outside the building. So far, there's been no immediate claim of responsibility for that attack. Pro-democracy lawmakers in Hong Kong raised yellow umbrellas and walked out of a parliamentary session on Wednesday when Chief Secretary Carrie Lam said the government was sticking with the proposal to pre-screen candidates for the city's 2017 election. Wednesday's walkout signaled support for protests that has crippled the city since late last year after the plan was introduced. The plan was subject to would-be candidates to pre-screening by a committee that opponents say is biased toward the Beijing communist government. Lam said in her address Wednesday that constitutional development must be built on the basis of the Beijing-backed plan. The UN Refugee Agency says in its new report that conflicts have forced a staggering 5.5 million people to flee their homes during the first 6 months of 2014. Lisa Schlein reports from Geneva.
UNHCR spokesman Adrian Edwards tells VOA that Syrians for the first time have become the largest refugee population, bumping Afghans who have held that position for more than 3 decades.
Syria has really been the war that's changed everything. Almost 10 million refugees and internally displaced people as of mid-2014. Those numbers are still rising.
The UNHCR notes the 2.7 million Afghan refugees worldwide remain the largest protracted refugee population under its care. Lisa Schlein for VOA News, Geneva.
South Korean prosecutors have charged the daughter of the chairman of Korean Airlines with violating aviation security law and obstructing a government investigation after she called a so-called nut rage incident aboard a flight Heather Cho is a former executive and head of in-flight service. She was charged Wednesday for the December 5th incident in which she delayed a flight and demanded the resignation of the chief steward because she was served macadamia nuts in a bag instead of on a plate. Cho has resigned from the airline and made a public apology. She has been in court custody since December 30th after she was determined to be a flight risk or apt to destroy evidence. Snow and frigid temperatures have stopped our complicated travel plans in much of the United States. Residents in the nation's capital, Washington, awoke Tuesday to more than 12 centimeters of snow. The more than expected snowfall caused the U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder to cancel his trip to the north to attend former New York Governor Mario Cuomo's funeral. I'm Francis Alonzo in Washington.
That's the latest world news from VOA.